Hi, this is Ramnaidu. Welcome to SFTC scenarios. Today we will see map. Let's get started. First, we will see how to create a map. Okay, so map will have key and the value. Okay, so let's see how to create a map. Map of the first one is going to be key. Okay, so here I'm going to put integer here, and second one is going to be value. Okay, and let me give some name to it. New map of integer comma string. Okay, this is how we'll be creating a map in Apex programming language. Okay, now first we will see what is a how to insert a data to a map. Okay, so we'll see put method. Okay, so what is the use of put method? If you want to add the data to map, then you have to make the use of put method. Okay, so let me try to insert some data to the map. A map data dot put. First one is an integer, right? So one, and the second one is going to be value. Brahmanaidu. Let me insert one more value here. Map data dot put of 2.2 comma. Okay, let me try to print the data. System dot debug data in the map. Okay, so map data. Let me print the data. Let me go to the developer console and see the output of this. See, this is a key and Brahman ID is a value. 2 is a key and Mandalapu is a value. Okay, so to remember one point, map is not going to accept duplicate keys. Okay, let's see. Sorry, let's see what happens if you try to insert a duplicate key in a Salesforce. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll try to insert duplicate value, duplicate key to the map. Okay, so here I'm putting some name. Okay, if you see here, so this is a duplicate key. Value can be anything, but the key has to be unique in the Apex programming language. Now what will happen? It's going to, it doesn't throw any error, right? So it will override the value. Okay, if I execute the program, so the value, the key will be 1 and the value is going to be SFDC scenarios. Brahmanaidu value won't be there in the map. Okay, it will override the value. And 2, it will print, Mandalapu. Let me execute this. See, SFTC scenario is coming, Mandalapu is coming. Brahmanaidu is not coming because we have inserted one more value with the same key. Then it will override the values. Okay, so this is a put method. Okay, let's see how to insert a data without making the use of put method. Do we have any syntax in Salesforce? Yes, we have. Okay, let's see that approach as well. Okay, let me comment this. Let me remove it. Okay, so now what I'll do is I have already created a map. Now I'll change the syntax a little bit. Okay, here, so this is integer, right? So, okay, no problem. Okay, let me put it as an integer only. 1, this is going to be a key. And this is going to be a value and comma, since we're going to put one more value, Mandalapu. Okay, let's try to print the output of this. Let's see whether we are able to insert the values or not without making the use of put method. Okay, system.debug data in the map. Okay, so map data. Okay, so let me print that. See, we are able to display the values, right? We are able to add the values, right? So this is how, we'll be adding the data to the map in Apex programming language. Okay. So now what we'll do is, so we have seen put method, right? So next we will see how to get the value based on a key. Okay, get method. So get method is used to get the value based on the key. Here one is a key and two is a key. Value is Brahmanaidu and Mandalapu, right? So now what I'll do is, since I want to get the value, right? So I'll be creating a variable in order to store the value. Okay, string first name equal to from the map. Okay, so I'm going to make the use of get, and the key is going to be 1. Okay, system dot debug. Let me print the first name here. Okay, so let me copy and paste it here. Let me click on execute. See, first name is Ramnadu. Let's say if you put 2, then it's going to print Mandalapu. Let me show you that as well. Right, Mandalapu, it's printing Mandalapu. Right, so this is a get method. Next we will see a remove method. Okay, how to remove the value from a map based on a key. Okay, let me uncomment it. Let me comment it out for now, or let me remove it, no problem. Now we'll see a remove method. Okay, so now what I'll do is I will remove the last name. Okay, so I'm going to remove the Mandalapu value from the map. Okay, for that, what I'll be doing is I'm going to make the use of remove method. Okay, so let me string. Okay, and last name equal to from the map. I'm going to make the use of remove. Okay, and I'll be specifying the key as well here. So 2 is a key. Okay, now let me print the map here after removing the value data in the map. Okay, so map data. Let's try to print the output of this. See, it is displaying only one key and one value because we have removed the value with the use of remove method. Okay, so we have seen remove method, get method, we have seen put method. Now we'll see the size method. Okay, let me create an integer in order to store the size of a map. Okay, integer map size is equal to map data dot size. Okay, so what it will do, it's going to return the length of the map. System.debug. Okay, map length. Okay, so now I'm going to print map size here since we already stored it in a map size. So I'm just putting the map size here. Let me execute this. Okay, I think we have missed U here. Okay, let me click on execute. So now it's going to print 2, right? Because we have added 2 values to the map, right? So this is a size method. So we have is empty as well. So what it will do, if it is empty, then it's going to return true. Okay. So if it is not empty, it's going to return false. Okay. So now I'm going to create one variable is empty. Okay. So now I'll make the use of is empty method here. Okay. So now let me print that value system.debug. Since it is not empty, we have added two elements to the map. It's going to return false. Let's try to see the output of that. Okay, so it is returning false because map contains elements, right? So now we will see clear method. Okay, so now clear method. So what is the use of clear method? Okay, so we have seen remove method, right? So remove method, what it does is it's going to delete the element based on the key. Clear is going to delete all the data which is present in the map, right? So now what I'll do is I'm trying to clear all the elements from the map. Now it's going to return true because we have removed all the elements from the map. Let me execute this. Okay, so it is returning true because we have used clear method. So it's going to remove all the elements from the map. So it will return true. Okay, so we have seen clear method as well now. Let me comment it out for now, or let me remove it. Next, we will see Keyset. So what is the use of Keyset? Keyset is going to return keys from the map. Please note that it is going to return only keys, not values. Okay, let's try to print the output. Okay, now what I'll do is I'm going to create set to store the, I mean, to, to store the keys, map keys. Okay, so now what I'll do is from the map, I'm going to make the use of Keyset method. Okay, so now let me print the output of this system dot debug keys in the map. So the map keys, let me click on execute. So now it is going to return 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Okay. Next, we will see values. Okay. So values is used to display the values. Okay. So this is a key and this is a value, right? So now what I'll do is I'm going to print the values of the map. Okay. Let me create a list string map values map list equal to. So what I'll do is I'm going to put the values to the list. Okay, and then I'm going to print the list of values. Okay, so let me print the map. See, it is returning values. Okay, it won't return the keys. Please note that Keyset is going to return keys, values is going to return values. Okay, next we will see, next we will see putAll. Okay, or before that, let me explain your copy method. Okay, so let me create one more map of integer comma string. Okay, so this is going to be map data 1 and new map of integer comma string. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll try to put the reference of first map. Okay, and then I'll try to print the data of map data 1. Okay, let's see whether all the data copied or not. Values in the second map. Okay, let me execute it. Now it's going to display keys and values. See, the values got copied and it is printing whole map, right? Okay. Now we will see put all. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to add first map values to the second map. For that, what I'll do is I'll make the use of put all method, and then I'm going to put first map here. Now let's try to print the output of second map values in the second map. Okay, so let me print this. See, we are able to copy the values from one map to other map. Okay, so let me remove this code. Next, we have Hashcode as well. So what it will do, it's going to print, some value. Okay. Okay, let me put some system.debug Hashcode values. Okay. Mostly we don't use Hashcode in the projects, as far as I know. So let's try to print the Hashcode of this map. Let me click on execute. Okay. And see, this is a Hashcode value. Okay. So we have seen Hashcode. Okay. Hashcode as well. Okay. Next. Okay. So now I'll change the syntax a little bit. Instead of string, I'm going to put object here. Here also object. Here also object. Let's see whether it will accept or not. Here also object. Okay. Let's try to print the output of this. System.debug values in the map. So let me print the output of this. Okay. See, this approach is working. So if you are not sure about the data type, okay, so then you can make the use of object. Okay, it will accept any data type. So before we have declared the key as an integer, right? So now the advantage of object is it will accept any data type here. So now what I'll do is uh, let me print a village. So let me put city instead of village, city. Okay, and then here Angol. Now what I'll do is I'm trying to missing close character. Okay, we have missed. Let me execute this. See, it is printing, right? Okay. What if you try to change it to integer? Okay, let me. What if you try to change it to integer? Do you think it is going to work? No, it won't work. Let me try to execute this. See, we are getting an error because we have declared the key as integer. Since it's going to accept only integer here. Okay, so now, so here we are trying to insert key as a string. and value as a string. Okay, it's not going to accept it. Okay. Okay, so next we will see how to put, okay, let's see map of ID comma list of some string, this approach. Okay, so map of string list of string, this approach. Map data new map of string comma list of string. Okay, so now what is the use of this? Okay, here the key is going to be only one. I mean, so one key will have multiple values in this scenario. Okay, so for instance, one account will have multiple contacts, right? By using this approach, we can achieve that functionality. So since we are, trying to see the basic methods of a map, we'll try to add some. So we are not touching the, sales post data. We'll try to add some dummy values. Okay, list of. Okay, so list of string city list equal to list of string new list of string. Now what I'll do, I'm going to insert the data Hyderabad, Chennai, and Bangalore. Okay, so now what we'll do is we are going to insert the data to this map data dot put off. The first one is going to be a string. Here what I'll do is I'll put cities here and then the map. Okay, system dot debug data in the map. Okay, so let me print this. Let me click on exit. Okay, Hyderabad, Chennai, Bangalore, right? So we are able to add. So cities is one key, okay, and this is a key, and these are multiple values. Okay, if you want to see that, let me do one thing. Let me serialize this. Let me convert into a JSON format. So you can make the use of JSON.serialize. Let's try to print the output of this now, and I'll show you in a JSON beautifier how it will come. So this is not working. Let me JSON online viewer. Okay, and tree. See, cities is a node, right? So this is a key. Under this, we have multiple values, right? Let me quickly tell you what we have covered. We have seen put method. Okay, so basically put method is used to add elements to the map. We have seen how to insert the data to the map without making the use of put method, right? So we have seen Keyset. Okay, Keyset is basically if you want to get the keys, then we have to make the use of Keyset. Basically, it's going to return only keys, not the values. We have seen values as well. So this is going to return values, not the keys. Okay, so we have seen get method. So get method is basically if you want to get the value based on a key, right? So then we are going to make the use of get method. Okay. So we have seen remove method as well. So remove method, which is used to remove the data, uh, data based on the key. Okay. So it's not going to delete all the data from the app. It's going to delete the data based on the based on the key. Okay. So remove, we have seen clear as well. So clear method, if you want to remove all the data from the map, then we have to make the use of clear. And we have seen is empty as well. If the map is empty, then it's going to return true. If the map is not empty, it's going to return false. Okay, so we haven't, okay, contains key. I think we have missed this. This is very important. Let's try to see this as well. Okay, let me make it simple. Map of string, string, string. Okay, so now contains key, contains key. Okay, so it's a boolean. Okay, if the key is present, then it's going to return true. If the key, if the space, if the given key is not present in the map, then it's going to return false. Okay, since it's going to return true or false, I'll take boolean is present. Okay, map data dot contains key of, okay, uh okay, this is a string, right? So map, right? So let me change it, or let me make it as an integer. Let me make it as an integer. Sorry, here integer, and this is a string. Okay, let me put some values here. One Hyderabad, and second one is going to be Bangalore. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll check whether the key is present or not. Let me print this value, debug value, so is present. Let me click on execute. So we are getting an error. Let me execute this. So we are getting an error, integer string, unexpected boolean dot map data dot contains key. I think let me, what's the issue here? Let me, sorry, let me, unexpected unexpected token, map of integer. Okay, so let me remove this. Let me click on execute. Now it's going to return true because one is present. Okay, so it's returning true. Let me change it to 4. Since the 4 key is not present, then it's going to return false. Right? So this is the contains key, and we haven't seen contains, right? Let's see what is the use of contains. Okay, so contains of Hyderabad. Okay, let me click on execute. So map data dot contains method does not exist. Map data dot contains. Okay. So contains. Okay, let's try to see the maps methods. Map methods in Apex. Let's check whether we have a contains method or not. In the list we have contains. Sorry, we don't have contains. We have only contains key in the map. Okay, let's leave it. Okay, and we have seen hash code. So we have seen putAll. We have seen copy method. Okay, and put, get, remove, clear, and we have size as well. Okay, size what it, so what it will do, it's going to print the length of the map. Okay, and we have equals as well. We haven't seen that. Let's try to create one more map. Okay, so map of integer comma string map data 1 equal to new map of integer comma string. Okay, let me do one thing. Why I have to copy? Why I have to write the code? We have already did data, right? So now I'll just make it as 2 and I'll just make it as 1. Now what I'll do is let me create one boolean is present is equal. Okay, so map data dot 1 of equals of map data 2. Let's try to print the output of this. Let me execute this. So now it's going to return true because we have added the same data to the second map. What if I add one more element to it? 3, and then here I'm going to put Pune. Let me click on execute. Now it's going to return false, right? Since we have a, since both are not equal, since it's going to return false. Okay, we have seen equals as well. And what I hash code for all, remove, clear. Yeah, I think these are all the methods. Hope you understand the session. Thank you all.